All right, figure out a life hack that was a game changer, especially as a single dad. Just got done hitting the gym and got a little dude with me. Say what's up. He's got a little treat for being good. So, life hack that I learned that kind of saved my sanity, helped me out a lot when I first got custody of kids about 9 months ago. So obviously a gym is my life. That's where I spend a lot of my time, especially when I don't have the kids. But I realized that was gonna be a lot harder having full custody of the kids. And coming up with that was something I struggled with, because who's gonna watch my kids? What babysitter am I gonna find that's gonna watch my kids for 2 hours, right? And I couldn't do it before I woke up like I wanted to before, because I had the kids and they had to go to school. So on my days that I worked, I was finding it hard to find time to go to the gym. And then something I kind of just realized and I kind of just started implementing, when they were in soccer, I had them all four in soccer. I don't recommend that, but it's one of those things that also helped the kids get through the transition of being in my house full time, and the stress of them not seeing their mom and stuff. So while they're at practice, I would, obviously not all of them would go the same day, because since they're different levels, it was at different days, which kind of helped. But man, that was, like I said, 5 or 6 days out of the week for a couple months at a time that I didn't really have a life. But while 1 or 2 were at practice, I would take the remainder of the kids with me to the gym. And I'm not a big fan of the kids having tablets or phones, but in this case, it helped out significantly. I would first got to find a gym that's cool with it, but I realized a lot of gyms are cool with it if you have good kids. If you have well-behaved kids, which I do. I mean, they're young, they're kind of hyper sometimes, but you put them in front of a screen, it's just for a couple hours, 1 or 2 hours, just to get a workout in. Put them off on the couch if there is one, or off in the corner where there's an outlet for the charger for the phone. I was able to get a workout in. It wasn't a full workout, but it's better than nothing. And a lot of people would use that as an excuse not to work out or to not work out. And me, I try to find ways to work out any way possible. So again, you gotta find a gym. This is kind of a life hack for me. What? Help you? All right, so you got cookies too, because he was really good at the gym, and you gotta reward good behavior, right? It's kind of like training a dog, rewarding good behavior, punishing bad behavior. But life hack: we all don't have enough time to do what we want to do. We run out of time. But if you can do 2 things at once, then to me, that's a life hack. So while the kids are at practice, and if the gym's close enough, even if there isn't a gym that's close enough, you can still do something. If they're at practice, they're probably at a field or something. You can be walking, you can be running. There's probably playgrounds at most parks, so the kids can play on a playground and you can be walking or running around. Or knock out some push-ups and sit-ups at the park. Anyways, I take my kids to the gym with me, and now I'm known as that guy that brings his kids with him. Every time I go and I don't have my kids with me, someone's always asking me where my kids are. So to me, I like being known as the guy that has a kid that brings them to the gym. And also, it shows my kids what you gotta do every day. And to me, you gotta be working on it every day, or almost every day, not everyone's perfect, but make an attempt to work out every single day. That way your kids know what kind of routine you need for your life. You need to have structure in your life. You need to have discipline. Like I keep talking about having discipline, but the kids are going to see that, and it's going to be ingrained in them, and then they're going to want to work out every day. So that's something you can teach them early on. And plus, I get time with my kids. I can't find a babysitter. Spend more time with the kids. Not something I wanted. I still get my outlet, and I still get to spend time with my kids. Say what's up. Is that good? Yeah? So stop making excuses to not work out. Hit the gym as much as you can, and then you're going to reap the benefits all the way around. The kids are going to see you working out. You're going to be feeling good. One last thing. If you guys could subscribe. I'm going to come out a lot of videos like this. Help those single dads out there. There's not a lot of information, what I've learned. And I don't have all the answers. But if we can create a community, is what I'd like to. Create a community of single dads or just dads in general, to help each other out with some information. I'll share stuff that works for me, and I'll share stuff that other people have posted and that I'll probably try out. But this is all a journey, man, and we can't do this alone. I used to not think it didn't take a community. I used to think it didn't take a community to raise kids, but it really does. It takes a community to raise your kids, especially when you're a single dad or a single mom. And that's one of those things I learned early on when I had all the kids and it was just me, and they're in sports. A lot of parents and coaches were stepping up and helping out and asking me if I needed anything, and it was awesome having that support. So don't forget to reach out too. But if we can create a community of sharing ideas, then it'd make our lives a lot easier, wouldn't it? So, if you got any comments about it, go ahead and put it in the bottom. What?
What's the number?
What's the number? Say it again.
10 or 11.
Which one's bigger, 10 or 11? Which one's the longest?
Yeah.
10 or 11? 3.
No.
What?
11.
11's longer than 10? What else?
1 and 2. What's longer?
Which one's longer, 1 or 2?
Yeah.
73.
No, 2.
What? Why are you so silly?